Starting to bounce his way through this, starting to find a rhythm that he hasn't had the last few weeks.
Well, this is what motocross is all about, the nitty-gritty. Everyone can go fast for a few laps, but to do it twice on a rough track, see Short, now Metcalf, and the privateer Kyle Regal coming through.
But I think either way, for Chad Reed, this is going to be a great weekend. Even if he gets second this weekend, he's still going to make an impact.
Just missed the 33 of Josh Grant going by. He won this race last year. He is 8th right now, struggling big time. Ryan Sipes coming through the number 9 spot, over 30 seconds behind the leader, and the 122 on the Rockstar Valley Yamaha. Dan Reardon, the Australian, rounds out the top 10. So that's how close your top 10 are. They're all within about 36 seconds of each other. He's got that GoPro Hero on board. So we'll have some pretty cool shots. We usually show that stuff on the AlliedSports.com First Moto too. So
yeah, that's what's so great about the website. There's so much awesome content on there. Yeah, that's cool.
So Alessi is back in 7th. That's not where he wants to be. He's actually got passed by Regal, who is a privateer. And here is Reardon, who actually made his mark when Chad Reed was back home in his native Australia a couple of years ago in the summertime and decided to race a local motocross race. Dan Reardon gave Chad Reed all he can handle. And the American teams are out there immediately faxing contracts over to Dan Reardon, but he has not quite been able to live up to that height since he's moved to the U.S. Here he is in 10th.
He's had some flashes of brilliance here and there and shown some speed, but you know, he's hanging in there. This is a new team, this Valley Motorsports team. They've been through a host of riders this year. They've been just a barrage of injuries along the way. Tedesco, Michael Byrne, you know, you name it. But Reardon out there holding up the flag, top 10 here in AMA Motocross.
Well, it's truly an international event. You got Reardon, Metcalf, and Reed from Australia in the top 10. The New Zealander, Townley, in 3rd. But the American, Dungey, leading the way on Independence Day weekend. Stay with us. The best motocross riders in the world to battle. Ryan Dungey is staking his claim as the best rider in the world. It's a little squirrely there on the top of that Redbud tabletop, though, Jeff.
Yeah, he missed his rut there, and I tell you, it's not hard to do right now. This track is brutal. It's treacherous out there, and the lines have changed. And where earlier in the Moto, he might have gone right, or even in the first Moto, now he's going left through here. And they were all over the place in Moto 1 as that battle just ensued, as you can see right now. And he's got no pressure right now. And he's starting to make those mistakes. So could that be that, okay, now he's backed off Jamie a little bit. So you make little mistakes. This is where you hand those races over. You have to stay focused all the way to the end.
What we saw in race 1, Townley gets all the way to the end, falls off. You know, could this be happening to Ryan Dungey? You know, you don't know. But it's those little mistakes that take people out of races. And yes, you know, he does have a comfortable cushion, but it's not comfortable enough if you crash.
Yeah, it's only 9 seconds between Dungey and Reed. Dungey right now is laying stake to the Rockstar Energy Drink fast lap, fastest lap of the Moto. He ran a 2:19, or a 2:17.1, where Reed ran a 2:17.4 and Townley a 2:17.5. That's how close they are. They're only a few tenths off, but it's just enough for Dungey to get away.
Yeah, and with 7.5 minutes plus 2 laps left, you know, these things finish up like it is, with Reed finally getting the ship steered in the right direction. You know, coming into this, he was only 7 points behind Brett Metcalf. Reed was in 3rd point, Metcalf 2nd. This is going to tighten that battle up, because Metcalf, once again, is back in 5th in this Moto.
Well, yeah, to give you an idea of the dominance of Dungey, positioned 2nd through 7th in the series standings. 2nd through 7th separated by only 16 points coming into this race, and then a 51-point gap from 2nd to 1st. Let's send it down trackside with Tiffany Simons. What's happening? That's awesome, the stuff that those folks do for the series, Jeff.
Well, and it's also comforting to have that familiar face there, especially in the event of an accident when, you know, your world is turned upside down along with the motorcycle. It's comforting to know that they're right there on the scene. Great staff.
That's the Rockstar Makita Suzuki man, Dungey, the number 5, just came through the screen. He's got a big lead over Chad Reed now. So Chad Reed is an improvement this weekend, but he's got the number 1 plate on the bike for a reason. He wants to win these races, not finish 2nd. Townley on the Lucas Oil Troy Lee Honda is 3rd. And then we got a battle. Those 2 Hondas still going on. At the 29 is Short, the 24 Metcalf. This is good, Jamie.
Yeah, it is, you know, but it's really, Short should have been up at the front. Like, you know, yeah, he's in a battle for 4th right now, but he should be in a battle for 1st. He has the ability. He just needs to get aggressive.
Yeah, and it's like he's comfortable when he gets to 4th, when he unfortunately worked his way back to 4th. Okay, now I'm going to put my foot down. This is as far back as I'm going. Mentally, Jamie, he needs to say, no, first place is as far back as I'm going.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that should be the only thing on his mind. He's got the experience. He's raced against the best guys in the world for seasons, you know. Right now, he should be challenging for the lead. He's on a great bike. He's physically fit. I don't know. He's just missing a little piece. And it's that little piece that could take him to the #1 spot.
And you know, and he's made some strides forward this year. I've been really proud of some of the rides that he's had along the way, winning the motos and all that. But right now, he's got his hands full.
Oh yeah, here comes Metcalf. The Australian goes from outside to inside and puts the number 24 machine into the #4 spot. And Short continues to work his way backwards. He's now in 5th.
But there again, you know, you look at Andrew, and he just saw that Metcalf just went past him. But the way Metcalf went past, it was like, I'm shutting the door on you. I want this position more than you want it.
Let's see if Metcalf can make a run toward the podium finishers. Townley, Reed, Dungey, 1, 2, 3. We'll see if the 24 can reel them in. Ryan Dungey here at the #5. He could be a track star. He was able to run and hide. He put in that sprint, the dash, and that's it. See you later, gang.
Yeah, he's done it all, and he's finishing off the marathon at this point, you know. And the track is brutal right now, and Dungey has shown the ability that late in the second moto that he just excels. And if there was a way to tighten this group up here for the end of Moto 2, I think that you'd have to smooth out the track and make it easier, because fitness-wise, mentally, these guys, they just cannot touch him now. He is just, I mean, remember, just in the last year, he's grown so much.
Oh yeah,
he's matured so much, and it's like last year he was this 250 rider. He was still kind of a kid. Now he's AMA Supercross champion, certainly on his way to being AMA Motocross champion. And now he's a man. He's in command of this thing.
Yeah, but I think that is just showing that his peers, that he is able to lead races and he is able to take charge of a championship, you know, and that goes a long way. And in the minds of the other riders, they see this, and it's a little bit demoralizing for some of them.
Well, and we've watched his progress ever since he's been a professional. There was some low lows in there. There was some hard lessons learned, okay? But that's the thing, is he learned from it. He worked with his family and everyone on the team. The influence that Ricky Carmichael and the whole group from down in Florida has had on him. And the thing is that he's self-motivated at this point, and he wants it more than anybody out there.
And this is the payoff, in the #1 spot by 12.5 seconds.
And look at the track.
Yeah.
It's so brutal right now. I don't remember it being quite this bad back in my days, back in the 90s, but I'm telling you,
it's hard to give credit to the fitness. You can't see how hard these guys are sweating, how hard they're breathing, but Dungey is one of the most fit athletes in the world, running, bicycle, or motocross bike.
Well, and that's the thing, is you do all of the work during the week, like you do, Jamie, and doing all of your runs and practicing over and over, and all the hard work involved, and then you make it look easy on race day or on the performance day.
Yeah, and Ryan has an uncanny knack of making, you know, himself. He's riding flat out right now, but he looks so slow and so smooth, and it's just effortless. And that's the beautiful thing about this kid, is it's just everything seems to be effortless for him. Taking charge of a race, it's not a big deal.
And that comes from his technique, and, you know, structurally everything being perfect. He's worked so hard on that. And in the beginning of his career, I think he got a little bit of flack for his style being kind of mechanical, okay, and not the flowing, natural Kevin Windham type of technique. But certainly, if he goes out and keeps winning like he is, all of a sudden, this is going to be the new technique that all the kids are going to follow.
They're definitely going to be following this on the track and off. Now he's headed towards Larocco's Leap. We mentioned that's the biggest jump on this tour. We made a chance to talk to some of the riders about what it's like to go 120 feet out and 5 stories up. That's awesome, Larocco's Leap. Check it out, Jeff. And the majority of these guys, these 450s, can get over that thing.
Oh yeah, they definitely have the power on these big 450 machines. You can see some of the riders right there, and it's amazing how you can come over and thread the needle right where these track markers are. The guys will land right there.
Yeah, the thing I love about this jump is the fans that are at the side of this jump are like a pack of caged animals. Like, the minute you give them any hint of style over that jump, and they go wild. The minute you case it, they go crazy. So
yeah, and Jamie, you made a career out of precision landings. Would you hit that?
I can hand on heart saying that there is no way I would hit that jump.
Well, I would not do a 10-foot air out of a super pipe either, so I guess we're even, right?
It's 5 stories.